talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Cruiser King better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Hurts throwing right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Dancing away at the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good.
As Sanders has it poked free, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost him.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, cut 19, cut 19, 19 light.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. The Eagles at 2-6 now in the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Steps away to his left. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
This is taken at the 18. Touchdown, Washington. Well, you covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Don't go.
They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now a throw here to his running back, finding space at the 40. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So for Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action. Now Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz over the middle. He gets it to Gibson. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Back to Gibson and another catch for it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go play action with Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Here we go. 30.
On 1st down, Wentz. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Wentz now on first down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz now to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On first down, Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can run. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears won't realize as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've got plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Throwing on first is Wentz. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
19
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. In motion left is Watkins. Here's Hurts to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard is just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz returns it right back to Samuel. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here hope that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Wentz to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points.